We were just posted up. Now we on no move, can't hold this up. All gas, no slowing up. Big trip, they need more than a cup. Mind on the money, can't worry about them. Fuck what they say, they ain't holding me up. And the whip used to sleep on the floor to the bus. It was fucking my pride, I'm not having enough. I was down bad, bummy, down bad, hungry. She fuck with my soul. At the trap, getting money. Day and night chicken, I was playing my role. They ain't never understood me, never seen the vision. Had to leave them alone. Circle got smaller, changed my number. They can't call it no more. Yeah, I don't lose sleep on shit. Only lose to investments, they give me some M's. Yeah, that's the big boy flip. They try to come back like they didn't forget. Jealousy turned them niggas to a bitch. My blood brothers, yeah, I'm dying for them. If you ain't blood, bro, fuck what you want. I'm known to stay with the fire. My left got the blunt, my right got the gun. Never know that I'm not ready to die. So I stay in the tuck, give racks to my young boy. Brick by brick, build it up, they don't build it like this. By myself, they ain't taking this hit. If I lose, then I do it again till I went out of school. Went through the rain, fell in the trap. I put the work in. I hopped out the porch and never went back. I want it all, I need the whole thing. Don't want no percentage, I don't want the half of it. Find me a way, start attacking it. I need 200 mil, cause one is just posted up. Now we on no move, can't hold this up. All gas, no slowing up. Big trip, they need more than a cup. Mind on the money, can't worry about them. Fuck what they say, they ain't holding me up. And the whip used to sleep on the floor to the bus. It was fucking my pride, I'm not having enough. I was down bad, bummy, down bad, hungry. She fuck with my soul. At the trap, getting money. Day and night chicken, I was playing my role. They ain't never understood me, never seen the vision. Had to leave them alone. Circle got smaller, changed my number. They can't call it no more. Need more praise, demons round the paper.
Yo, what up? What up? We in the building, man. That's my guy, Weesu Falcon. That shit called God Did. You know what I mean? That's my guy. Support that man music. He on all streaming platforms, man. Shout out to my guy, Weesu. What's going on, y'all? This is Mazuma TV. Shout out to Mazuma Nation. Shout out to Mazuma Mob. We in the building as always, man. Shout out to my guy, J Cash. We definitely in here. Notes. Slime Weight Games. We in the building, man. It's official, man. I appreciate you guys coming on, man. I hope everybody had a blessed, beautiful, positive, productive day. I put out a video earlier talking about Keith Thurman. His little rant that he went on, man, just straight ridiculousness, man. I broke it down to the best of my ability. If you haven't seen that video, go check it out now. You know what I'm saying? Philly GOAT. That's funny because I think that's like a rap group over here. You know what I'm saying? That's a rap group. A couple kids out in Philly, I think they called the Philly GOATs or some shit like that. It's funny. Yeah, my boy Weesu, he really a producer, you know what I mean? So he be the one who be making all the beats and shit. That's why his beats, them beats be sounding crazy and the audio be sounding crystal clear. He mix, master, produce all his music, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I appreciate that, Smurf. Thank you. I definitely added some moderators to the channel as well. You know what I mean? These are the guys that I trust. But I will be checking the block list frequently to make sure no fuck shit going on. Especially because of yesterday, bro. I went to go watch back, and that shit was kind of you could say there was people saying like, oh, he ruined the live, but in all honesty, bro, that shit just made it entertaining to me. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, notes I seen that Shakur Edwin November 16th. Apparently they agreed to the fight. Yo, Edwin De Los Santos is taking advantage of the opportunity, man. Something that a lot of guys can learn from. You know what I mean? He taking a big chance against one of the most skilled fighters in the world. You know what I mean? He felt like he ready. Most likely it's gonna be his career high payday with a WBC title on the line, man. It's time to eat. It's time to take advantage of that opportunity. I wish I knew his people so I could get an interview with him. I mean, I got a good translator and all that, but we'll figure that out. But as of right now, I got an interview lined up with Omar Rosario. If y'all know who Omar Rosario is, Puerto Rican fighter coming up, signed with Top Rank, man. He's been putting on some great performances. Decorated amateur, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. So I'm looking forward to that interview, man. I gotta get the approval from the manager, and from there we'll be able to go on. But Omar Rosario was the guy who sent me that signed glove from Puerto Rico. So yeah, man. So that's an exciting interview. I'm looking forward to having that interview with him. Nice, humble kid, work hard. That man is constantly working, with or without a fight date, and I love those kind of fighters. So definitely gonna chop it up with him. But shout out to my guy Ree, we in the building. Yeah. And I'm trying my best, man. I'm trying my best to set up this Boots interview. You know what I mean? Boots is a real busy man. You know what I mean? So I'm trying to find the best. I'm trying to find the best way to accommodate a schedule with him possible. You know what I mean? I'm trying to get him on the right time, even if I gotta come on earlier. You know what I mean? And get the interview going. fuck it, it is what it is. I also want to try to get an interview with Bozy as well. Bozy said he would it, but our time schedule is just not meeting up right now. You know what I'm saying? So there's some change like in my work schedule or whatever. I'm gonna try to make that shit happen. But yeah, man, I definitely got some fire interviews coming up. It's just all timing. Yeah. Me and Bozy, I wouldn't say like we close, but we real cool. Like there be times where he call me and we chop it up and shit like that. You know what I mean? Like me and Bo cool for sure. I wouldn't say we close or anything like that. It's not like I see him. The only time I really see him is like at fight events and shit like that because I'll have pros on the same cards as him and shit like that. So yeah, man. I think in all honesty, the real way to make that interview with Bo is to pop up on him at the gym. You know what I mean? And after he done doing what he doing, then I could chop it up with him. I would have to record that. You know what I mean? But I'm trying to get him on the stream yard so the people could talk to him too. I want y'all to be a part of the interview as well. But we'll figure it out. How do you think that Edwin and Shakur fight gonna go? You think Edwin gonna back up all that stuff he was doing to get this fight? Wait, what? That last part. You think Edwin gonna back up all the stuff he was doing to get this fight? Well, I mean, he's gonna try to, but all honesty, I think Shakur is just levels above him in the skill set department. You know what I mean? Edwin De Los Santos is explosive, uh, big puncher. You know what I'm saying? He got a solid little skill set as well. You know what I mean? He got a little bit of boxing ability to him, but I just think Shakur is just pedigrees above him, man. I just think it's two totally separate levels. I think Shakur is gonna be better than him all around. You know what I mean? He's gonna have to be a little cautious now. He can't get too reckless with De Los Santos. But I think Shakur is gonna pick his shots real well. You know what I mean? Be extremely accurate and just pick him apart as the rounds go on. I could really see him. In all honesty, I could see Shakur getting a knockdown in this fight. Just getting a clear-cut unanimous decision, man. I just think Shakur is a little bit too much for somebody like Edwin De Los Santos. De Los Santos is dangerous. He could beat a lot. He could beat a few of these guys in 135. But in all honesty, I think he a step below Frank Martin. That's just my personal opinion. But it's not Shakur's fault that obviously he couldn't make the fight happen with Frank. So yeah, man. I think that Frank Martin was the bigger threat. In all honesty, I think this is a step below Frank Martin, but De Los Santos is still dangerous. So we just gonna have to wait and see how that shit go. But it's a good stay busy fight for Shakur. You know what I mean? It's not the best opponent, it's not the worst opponent. It's like in the middle. So this just another fight for Shakur to get used to being at the 135 weight limit. And yeah, just keep himself busy. So it's a good job. You know what I mean? I see Edwin gets washed. Yeah, I see that too. Mark, what you think about Frank Martin potentially leaving Man Down Promotions? Is that what's going on? Is that what they saying? The question is, if he leaves Man Down Promotions, is he still gonna be associated with PBC? Is he with Al Heyman, or is he strictly with Earl? I don't know. For me to get that answer, there's a couple questions I need to know. I got Edwin on November 16th. If it's official, I know Shakur gonna win, but I hope for an upset. No kid, fuck Shakur, you a dork. Damn, it's crazy. I like all the niggas. I like all the niggas shit Edwin was doing to get this fight. Yeah, man. Sometimes you gotta put pressure that way, and the opportunity will present itself. How do you feel about Derrick James not having time for Frank Martin this year due to the amount of fighters that can fight in these upcoming months? Do you know that for fact, or are you just making an assumption that he don't got time for Frank Martin? Did Derrick James come out and say that, or are you assuming that? Because if you're assuming that, then I really don't have an opinion on it. That's just what you think. I don't jack Shakur like that, but I do got to be honest. He's way, way levels above Edwin and is the best defensive boxer right now. I definitely think he's the best defensive boxer right now. How do you think Jamel looked in his open workout? I thought Jamel, I spoke on that shotgun. I said that Jamel, look, his power sounds good. You know what I mean? But I do notice a slight slowdown in hand speed and foot speed. You know what I mean? But he's still a little heavy. You know what I'm saying? There's still some few weeks out to cut weight. So that's not exactly what we might see the night of the fight. But you could tell he packed on some weight so he could have something to cut. But as a result of that, you can see that he didn't look, I wouldn't say he looked sluggish. He just looked slower. You know what I mean? Which is normal when you're moving up in weight. You know what I mean? But is that how he's going to look the night of the fight against Canelo? Because if that's the case, he might be in trouble, man. If his legs not fast and his hand speed not there, that could be a sign of trouble for Jamel. You know what I'm saying? But that's what I noticed in the media workout. I wouldn't be surprised if Shakur wipes him out clean. Shit, if he stopped De Los Santos, that'd be crazy. I don't see that happening though. That's what you're supposed to do if you really want a big fight. Talk mad shit and make it happen. I agree. It depends on the situation. It depends on the situation. Like if because there's some fighters who won't fight you if you talk shit. You know what I'm saying? There's some guys that are like, oh, he want to talk shit. He not gonna eat none. There's some people that do that shit. But some people, if you touch their pride, they'll fight you. So it's a 50-50 thing. That's what they saying. He's leaving DJ camp. Is that what's going on? Wow. Okay, that was reported with Blue Blood. Okay. Oh wow. If that's what's going on, then there must be some real shit going on with Derrick James because there's rumors about Earl Spence leaving and looking at different trainers and now they saying Frank Martin leaving. It just sounds like Derrick James cleaning up shop. And what's crazy is I saw an interview from Derrick James talking about he wants to retire soon and he wants to just focus on his Derrick James Foundation or some shit like that. And he was talking about like he really don't want to be in boxing too much longer. So this might be his way out. I don't know, man. That's a weird situation going on over there. But I mean, even though Blue Bud got trusted sources and all that stuff, we just gonna have to wait to see how shit pan out because those sources could be capping, bro. I don't really trust sources like that. I like to go to the root of the problem and ask them, and that'll be revealed in due time. I'm never opposed to an upset either. You gotta disrespect fuck out niggas and make a fight happen. Sometimes, like I said, that might discourage a fighter from fighting you. I've seen it happen. I didn't even see how did Canelo look, Mark. All right, we about to speak on that. Let me answer a few more of these. Niggas nowadays, I feel like they want to keep their O and not take risks. Yeah, that's a lot of people though, and I think that's something that Floyd really put out there. It wasn't intentional, you know what I mean? Because Floyd still fought the best guys in his era, but like I feel like they saw Floyd and they want to mirror him in a way, you know what I mean? So they want to do whatever they can to protect that. Oh, you know what I mean? A lot of guys want to retire undefeated because if they feel like they retire undefeated, that they on somewhere near Floyd level, you know what I mean? Or they could be compared to Floyd. Yeah, that's something that Floyd created in this new generation. I really might put a lot of money on Shakur fight, son. No, it just doesn't make sense to have that many fighters in one camp, especially with all their fights coming up at the same time. It's possible though. Like I've seen it happen. You just gotta have a schedule. You know what I'm saying? And you gotta make sure that rest is imperative in between. Like if I was Derrick James, I would knock out like you should be able to train two guys at once. Pause. You know what I'm saying? Like I know like it's possible, bro. You can train two people at one time. I mean, if you got six fighters, you break it down between two people and then get some rest in between, man. It's possible. It's possible. Well, maybe he just get overwhelmed. There's some people that get overwhelmed with the amount of guys that they got, and they just you know what I'm saying they fall apart. Some people not used to that shit, but me, I think Derrick James got like six fighters. I got six amateurs, and they all train at the same time. But I'm able to I'm able to know what each guy needs to work on, and I can have them in different areas and have them work on different shit when they spar, all type of shit. It all depends on the person, man. But I'm not at that level yet. I'm not on Derrick James' level, so I don't really know exactly what he's going through. You know what I mean? I already said, Paul, stop dicking him, Ray. Stop playing with me, nigga. You know what I mean? He could work with two of his guys in the same time frame and get the shit done. Damn, hold on. This shit just skipped crazy. What the fuck? Yeah, true, Mark. Disrespect don't always work, but a lot of dudes not sacrificing that unless the check is right. That's really what it come down to, Jay. That's really what it come down to. Is the check worth me potentially losing my L? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he doubled down and like, nigga, you already heard me say pause and you over here trying to instigate and shit. Nigga, fall back, nigga. Fuck you talking about? Yeah. Yeah, but to go back to this point remade, it's like It's possible, bro. It's possible. You know what I'm saying? They could be done, but is Derrick James capable of doing that? Can he multitask? Can he have four guys fighting and make a game plan for each dude? You know what I'm saying? I understand Frank's point of view. How can DJ focus on a 2-month camp with Frank with a Canelo fight the month before? He could do it, bro. Bro, I'm trying to tell you, this is possible. This is possible, bro. You could do that. You could do that, but you got to have a solid team behind you. That's why a lot of these guys have assistant trainers. Like, look at Terrence Crawford team. He got like 5 trainers, bro. If Bowman got to travel to go attend to a different fight, at least he got Coach Red and all them other guys there to assist him. From what I understand, Derrick James' brother helps assist with the training. You know what I mean? I don't know if they fuck with his brother like that, but regardless, that's when you need a support system. You know what I mean? That y'all all on the same page. And while I'm away attending to this fighter, you over here keeping my guy focused on what he need to do. You know what I'm saying? It needs to be, bro, you only one person. And when you at an elite level, when you got several fighters, you need help, bro. You need help. Not only do fighters need help, trainers need help. You know what I mean? So that's when, like Robert Garcia. Look at Robert Garcia, right? He got way more fighters than Derrick James. But guess what? He has a team that's all on the same page. He got his son. And even like his old ass pop still be at the gym helping guys out and shit like that. They got a whole support, like, coaching system. You know what I mean? Some will go away to attend to the amateurs. These guys will attend a professional fight. You know what I'm saying? One guy in Riverside, another guy out in Texas fighting. And they got their whole shit spread out, bro. It's like a whole, like, big type of John. You know what I mean? Like, it's possible, bro. It's possible. Just the niggas that's all working together got to be on the same page and understand what needs to happen. Like, my gym, I'm one of the head trainers. Then we got Coach Sharon Baker. Then we got my dad, Lando Rosa. You know what I mean? If we got to spread out, like if we got 2 fighters fighting on the same day, we need to spread out. That's what we going to do. You know what I'm saying? Bro, trust me. It's not as far-fetched as y'all think. And I'm speaking from a strictly trainer's perspective. You know what I mean? I'm telling you, it's possible. I'm not about to sit here and act like it's too much for Derrick James to handle. I've seen it done. You know what I mean? Is inactivity of top athletes killing sports like basketball? I can't speak on basketball. I seen that the Adam Silver just made a rule against guys resting too much or some shit like that. But I don't know too much about basketball, so I ain't gonna speak on that. But in boxing, inactivity definitely kills fighters, man, because you gotta understand, some of these guys turn pro and they fight 6 times in 1 year. So that's how they keep their tools sharp. You know what I mean? So when they start fighting at a world title level, like Boots, I swear he fought like 8 times in 1 year. You know what I'm saying? And now he's only fighting once or twice a year. What doesn't affect Boots, this doesn't affect Boots is because he's in the gym 24/7. But there are guys who get inconsistent with the gym unless there's a phone call being made. Like they'll run here and there, or they'll touch the bag here and there. But within that 6-month layoff, they're not consistently going hard. You know what I mean? So because of that, they're not sparring as much. It's like they go on if you go on a vacation for a while, right, it's hard for you to get back into the swing of work. You know what I mean? That's exactly how it is for them. You know what I mean? They'll take a 6 to 8 month layoff and then fight, and then these guys are not performing to the best of their ability. You know why? Because they're not staying in the ring, keeping their tools sharp. You know what I mean? How long is a good fight camp? It depends. It depends on it's a few different variables, bro. I know for pros, they like to do between 6 to 8 weeks. You know what I mean? But it depends on if how the fighter comes into camp. Does he have a lot of weight to lose? What kind of shape is he in? Because if that's the case, there's times where my guys fought on like 2 days notice, but I let them do that because they're already in great shape. So they're already ready to go. They stay ready so they don't have to get ready. I even had a fighter, his name Nate Cruz. We called him Nate Dogg. He fought on a day's notice and got the win. You know what I mean? Because he stayed ready. We waiting for a phone call to be made, and we go slide if we prepare to the best of our ability. So it really depends. You know what I mean? It depends. Depends on what kind of shape the guy's in. What kind of fight is it? Is it a world title fight? Is this a pro debut? Is this a tune-up fight? It's a lot of things to be considered. But typically between pros, they like to do 6 to 8 week camps. But I heard fucking Jermell Charlo say that he do like fucking 12-week camps or some shit. So he really be like going hard for 4 months straight before a fight. So it all depends on the person, for real, and what the team system is set up. Did he want anyone? What the fuck? What up? Loma fans can't take a L. Of course not. Loma can't even take a L. For real. I think before the Devin Haney fight, he was talking about he never lost a fight or some shit like that. I was like, nigga, shut up. Boots fought 3 niggas in the same month. You see what I'm saying, bro? He really would just go fucking berserk, bro. Like I remember that whole thing. I'm like, yo, didn't this nigga just fight? How the fuck he back in the ring? Bro, he was just taking him how it came. And like my dad said on here the other day, Boots was fighting a lot of those fights for free, bro. He was making them sacrifices so he could get himself to that top position. And look where he at right now, IBF interim champ, bro, on the cusp of winning a world title. So that hard work pays off, bro. Them small sacrifices could really pay off dividends in the end. And that's what's going on with Boots right now. I'm proud of that dude, man. Yeah, man, I'm just trying to adjust this shit. Devin got a gift against Loma. I don't think it was a gift, sir. I thought it was a competitive fight. They could have went either way. Edwin looks heavy in that last pick he posted. I want your opinion. If you think he can make, yeah, hell yeah, he can make 135 in 2 months. If he trains consistently for 8 weeks, hell yeah, yeah. That's a typical camp. That's more than enough time. Neither can Canelo cheerleaders. They make an excuse for that, man. Yeah, they definitely do. And watching that media workout, man, he looked like he wasn't too enthused by the media being there. I don't know if it was the altitude that really had him like real hesitant to like really go hard in the workouts, or he just didn't want to show them too much. But regardless, man, he pulled out that punch shield for no reason, because the whole purpose of that punch shield is to hit it as hard as you can for conditioning purposes. Pause. You know what I'm saying? But he was just touching. He was just touching it on the bag. He didn't really rip no hard shots neither. So is his hand as 100%? Is his hand as 100% as he says it is, or is he just not trying to show guys what he really got going on? You know what I'm saying? Is the altitude affecting his ability to really step on the gas? There's a lot of questions going on over there. The power behind these slams is gonna be crazy for Alicia once the steroid cycle is at its peak. Yo, bro. Here he go. He said, yeah, Boo's different. 3 niggas in a 30-day span. Yeah, he did that. He did that, bro. I'm telling you. He would go fight down North Carolina, then slide right back up Philly, watch somebody, then go down to Virginia. Bro, I'm trying to tell you, like, Boots was on a roll, bro, and had a fight outfit. Bro, that nigga had a different fight outfit for every fight he done had. He never repeated the same outfit twice. You know what I'm saying? They took care of that kid, man. They knew he was going to be a problem. Even in the amateurs, the only person I thought he lost to in the amateurs was Gary Antoine Russell. He never lost to anybody in the amateurs besides him. Boots been knocking people out cold in the amateurs, breaking ribs and all types of shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that episode was good, man. Showtime always does great jobs. They all access. But they all accesses. They do well, bro. I personally think Devin got that fight. Most definitely a competitive fight, but it's really fuck Devin. I thought it was competitive. It could have went either way. That's what I thought. We got to see Alicia next fight in Chicago. Yo, Southpaw would lose his fucking mind if that shit happened. I'll never see the point of view of Loma being Haney. I watched that fight like 10 times over and over again. I think it was some competitive rounds at the beginning. Midway, I thought it was competitive throughout the whole fight. A lot of swing rounds, especially in those beginning rounds. And then Loma took over at the end. So you could debate a draw for Loma or whatever. You know what I'm saying? That's why a lot of people probably outraged about it. Boots' time is coming. That's a fact. I feel like his time is now, for real, for real. I feel like his next fight gonna be a big fight, or the fight after that. Southpaw, you ain't here. Fine, soft and feminine comment the other day. Apparently that cycle is over. Yeah, at least you're looking real nice, soft, and feminine. Definitely. All that muscle done went away. She looking real nice and smooth, like she wake up and rolling some motherfucking coconut oil, real nice and slick. Mm-hmm. Them big ass biceps don't look like they on her no more. Watch her next weigh-in. Watch how soft and feminine she look now. You know what I'm saying? Cause that last weigh-in, that bitch was on diesel. Bitch look like Debo. You know what I'm saying? Bitch look like Arnold Schwarzenegger in his prime and shit. Them fucking biceps was on 22s. You know what I'm saying? She was bugging the fuck out on that weigh-in. Then all of a sudden she on that boat posing. All of a sudden she on that boat posing and all that shit gone. The back muscle gone and all that shit. I'm like, hey, what the fuck going on? You know what I'm saying? He said, but no care, fuck moment 2 around my man just to get a double fight. Bro, you really big on Jermaine Ortiz, bro. Yeah. I thought it was a competitive drum, but I don't know. I would have to watch it again. He said, I'm outraged with Maxie Hughes trash ass robbed from Cambosos. Yeah. He said she could do whatever she want. Yo, Southpaw be bugging the fuck out. Nah, word, Cambosos lost that fight. Yeah, from what I heard, he did. But Cambosos, bro, keep it a buck, bro. If we really being honest, dog. Teofimo beat himself, bro. He just caught Tio on his worst day. Keep it a buck. Because I think a fully focused Teofimo, like the one who fought Loma, would have washed Cambosos, bro. You know what I'm saying? Ortiz got to get in the mix. Get in the mix of what? 147? He not there no more. Say he moving up to 154. His body can't take that weight cut at welterweight anymore. You know what I'm saying? So he out of the picture at 147. Now he gotta find a way to acclimate that 154. That weight cut is literally like breaking his body down. You know what I'm saying? So that's not realistic anymore. He might even retire. Shit. Cause I know if his body start fighting against that 154 cut, he gonna have to hang that shit up. And that'd be a sad thing. Cause I know what it's like to hang up the gloves because of your health. You know what I mean? I support my hometown fighter as you should. Especially if he good people. T.O. would KO that nigga inside 3 rounds right now. Yeah, that T.O. that fought Josh Taylor would have smoked Cambosos. For sure. T.O. beat himself. It's some shit T.O. would say. But you know what I'm saying, though. Like, obviously Cambosos beat him, but that wasn't the T.O. that went up that was really in his bag. That's what I'm trying to say. He wasn't in that same mood he was against when he fought Loma or Richard Comey. You know what I'm saying? That was a totally different fighter that night. I mean, he lost. I mean, it is what it is. Where T.O. would never lose that fight again. I genuinely believe if they run it back, T.O. will wash him. Yeah, he should have got his get back. I don't know what happened with that. You know what I mean? But whatever. We're going to meet, but it's going to be all the way up there. Yeah, Virgil did say that when he was talking about boots. Turkey time, Virgil. I was talking about Jermaine Ortiz, niggas like Keyshawn passing that nigga up in the rankings. Oh, I think it's because Keyshawn is in a better situation in terms of like his promotional company. You know what I'm saying? I think that's what it more is. There's more money being put behind Keyshawn, and when you got more money behind you, you can make a lot of shit happen a lot faster than the average dude. You know what I'm saying? A dude who really got like subpar money behind him, it's gonna take him a little while to get there. But if you got big money behind you, that shit could take you places and accelerate you to certain statuses a lot faster than the average fighter. You know what I'm saying? Keyshawn in a good situation, so it is what it is. He fighting Ira Albright. That's a good fight. That's somebody that Jermaine Ortiz beat, by the way. Teofimo versus Shakur would be cool. Yeah, that's actually an interesting fight, but you know, Teo not going back down on 135, and I don't think Shakur moving up to 135 anytime soon, so might be a little hold on that if they even get there. Tio right now will cook Cambosos. I agree with you. I don't know if you touch on it, but what do you think Roy Jones helping Charlo in this camp will have will have a noticeable positive impact. Who do you think T.O. is fighting next? I think T.O. is probably going to fight. That's a great question. At 140? If he's with Top Rank and he's at 140, I don't know. Because they just elevated him to WBO super champion, so he's not going to be obligated to face any mandatories. So he's probably going to fight somebody who's outside of the rankings. But I really don't see who could really fight him that's available right now. Obviously, it can't be Shakur. It can't be De Los Santos. It's definitely not going to be Tank. Like, I don't know, man. I don't know. It's a great question. I would really have to look and see who Top Rank got at 140 before I make that guess. It's like an entitlement thing with Thurman. He feels like he's entitled to a title shot because of the success he accomplished in the past. I feel he doesn't. He feels he doesn't have to earn it. Yeah, and that's exactly why his career is plummeting down the drain at how it is, because while all these guys got to grind for their opportunity. This is what people don't understand. Boxing, regardless of what you accomplish, bro, I'm going to tell y'all niggas something. Regardless of what you accomplish, bro, boxing will always be what have you done for me lately, bro. You can have 20 title defenses, but if you look like pure shit in your last fight, bro, even if you won, if you look like pure shit in your last fight, they're going to be like, oh, he need to retire. Oh, he ain't shit. Man, I told you he was overrated. He got exposed. You know what I'm saying? And Keith Thurman hasn't done anything for boxing lately. He took a long layoff because of injuries with his elbow, whatever. Took a long amount of time off. Then he fought Josecito Lopez. Looked subpar in that performance. Came back later on in the year. Fought Manny Pacquiao. Got washed. Then he took another long layoff. Sat down during the whole pandemic, bro. When they offered him plenty of opportunities. This is shit that came out of his mouth. Then he goes on. He fights Mario Barrios, who just came off of a knockout loss against a Tank. And then his debut at 147 pounds. So that was a give-me fight for Keith Thurman. You know what I'm saying? That was just a let me put some money in my pocket type of fight for Keith Thurman. I haven't gotten a boxing paycheck in a while type of fight for Keith Thurman. That's exactly what that was. And that was a subpar performance as well. You know what I'm saying? Like, Keith looked all right. He looked like he was in great shape. You know what I'm saying? Looked strong. But he could have stopped Barrios, but he didn't. You know what I'm saying? He let off the gas, and he got hurt to the body, as always. So, typical Keith Thurman. But ever since then, he hasn't done anything. And he thinks just because he was a former unified champion, and he got a couple good wins on his resume, that he's entitled to a match with the big guys like Keith Thurman and Earl Spence. Bro, like Earl Spence and Terrence Crawford. But the thing is, when you are on top, you didn't even look that way. So why would they even do that for you? Just like somebody said in the comments, bro. He tried to play chess and got checkmated. That's exactly what happened with Keith Thurman. That's the best way that situation could be said. You know what I'm saying? He tried to play chess, got checkmated. It is what it is. You know what I mean? It is what it is, bro. It's unfortunate with Keith Thurman because, in all honesty, I liked Keith Thurman. When he was coming up, he was calling out Paulie Malignaggi, saying that "don't duck me, son" shit. When he knocked out Soto Carras, he was supposed to fight Marcos Maidana, but Maidana pulled out. Excuse me. Then he went on. He fought Sean Porter, beat Sean Porter in an impressive fight, bro. That was a great back and forth fight, man. Sean Porter always in lit fights, bro. Win or lose. He's always in some lit fights. And that Keith Thurman performance was a great performance. Then he spins the block, beats Danny Garcia, who was undefeated, and had a hell of a run at 140 pounds. One of the best runs at 140 that I've seen ever. You know what I'm saying? And then ever since then, bro, it's like he had that high. And then once Earl Spence came around and he acted like he didn't, he seemed like he was about all the smoke. Soon as Earl Spence came around, all of a sudden his energy changed. You know what I mean? And then we start seeing the inactivity. So he was at an all-time high, bro, and just went straight down on some roller coaster shit. But the problem is it has not went back up since then. It's just been a downward spiral ever since that that fight with Danny Garcia. You know what I'm saying? It was a point back in the day. I ain't think nobody was beating Thurman. Yeah, it was. Yeah, it really was a discussion. Like who? I mean, besides Floyd, but Floyd was already on his way out. You know what I mean? And Pacquiao was busy beating up Floyd ass before he fought Thurman. But it was like, bro, like I think he the top dog at 47. Even when Spence was coming up and crawling out Thurman, there was a lot of people like, man, Earl not ready for Thurman right now. He don't got enough experience. Blah blah blah. Like Keith Thurman was the man, bro. He was the man. They was like, yo, who beating him at 47? Nobody, yo, nobody. It was no doubt that Keith Thurman was the top dog at one point. It's sad how like they said, bro, like Crawford said on Twitter, it's crazy how tables turn. That one thing about them tables, they motherfucking turn, bro. I'm telling you. What's up, bud? What's good, Thun? Yeah. What's up, bud? What's good, Thun? Hey, bro, shut your corny ass up. And then he said that, bro, the audacity of this motherfucker, bro. The audacity of this motherfucker. He said that Crawford didn't beat the real champ. If Earl Spence wasn't the real champ, then who the fuck was? Are you insinuating you were the real champ? Are you trying to say that wasn't the best version of Spence that night? Like, what are you saying? I don't understand what you mean by that Crawford didn't beat the real champ. Then who did he beat then? You know what I'm saying? Who did he beat? It's dumb, bro. Like, I'm surprised that these media dudes ride dick so much that they don't even care to ask questions or play the devil's advocate to somebody. Because if that would have been, he would have been on my motherfucking platform. He would have been on Mazuma TV, and he would have said that shit to me. I'd have been like, all right, so who the real champ then? Because it ain't you, nigga. You haven't fought for a world title since you got your ass whooped by Pacquiao. How long ago was that? 2-3 years ago? Come on, man. This shit too easy, bro. And like Keith Thurman's so arrogant, so egotistical, so delusional that like he believes the bullshit that he be saying. Then on top of that, he was like low-key making an insinuation that Crawford and Spence was ducking him. Which is like, bro, do you not like recall your past? Because when I remember clear as day, bro, when I'm sorry, I'm having my mind all over the place. When Crawford first moved up to 47 and beat Jeff Horn, he was like, "Oh, he's not a real welterweight man. He needs to show and prove more. He got to do more. Blah blah blah." They was even saying, "Oh, even before he beat Jeff Horn, they was like, oh, he need to get a belt first before we could talk about fighting him. He's not even at 147 yet. Why you guys talking about him? Blah blah blah." Then when he got it, as soon as he beat Jeff Horn and got that belt, all of a sudden it was, oh, but you know, he's on the other side of the street. Everything that Terrence Crawford recalled in those series of tweets was all facts because I remember that exact moment and seeing how the way they was treating Crawford, and I knew it was fucked up. But he was just on the wrong side. He was on the wrong side of business in that situation. You know what I mean? If he was signed with PBC, we might have seen this fight way earlier. You know what I'm saying? And we probably would have seen Crawford in the mix with Thurman's and Sean Porter's even earlier. You know what I'm saying? He ended up getting some guys, but later on. So Keith Thurman's delusional, man. He's really sitting there insinuating that that Spence and Crawford don't want to fight him, as if like they're ducking him. It's like, bro, when you are on top, bro, you was saying all that shit about Crawford, and whenever Spence's name came in the picture, you kept referring to him as a young guy. Yeah, he's a young guy. You could tell he has a lot of abilities, and we were like big him up. But then at the same time, he'll say some shit like, "I never turned down a contract that was presented to me." Bro, yes you did, bro. You priced yourself out of every fucking fight that's presented to you, bro. Like bro, I'm trying to tell you, like I was saying a few days ago, that man is waiting for the day that he gets a notification on his phone saying Terrence Crawford vacated them straps. Soon as them straps vacate, bro, you already know he gonna try to grab one of them. You know what I'm saying? Because like Tim Bradley said, Keith Thurman is a mercenary. You know what I'm saying? It's simple. It's simple. Thurman would have been an easy fight for Earl eating ribs. And I think I think Keith Thurman knows boxing, bro. When he breaks down boxing, he really know what the fuck he talking about. He would be a great teacher in all honesty. But the problem is, from a stylistic standpoint, it was clear Earl had his number because everything that Keith Thurman hated, Earl Spence did. You know what I'm saying? He don't really like being on the back foot, being against the ropes. Earl was going to take you there. His weakness is his body. We seen him get hurt to the chin, too. I seen Soto Corral rocking with it on the chin, but he basically gets hurt to the body a lot, and that's where Earl loved to go. You know what I'm saying? He come in behind that jab, he closed that gap, and then he ripped on them sides. He ripped them uppercuts on the inside, too. Come on, man. That would have been a bad night for Thurman, man. Thurman was fucking around and got stopped. The Earl that was extremely focused, the one that fought Kell Brook and Lamont Peterson, man, he would have disposed of Keith Thurman. Easy. Even the Earl that would have fought Ugas would have got Thurman the fuck up out of there, bro. Keith Thurman do present some obstacles, though. Like, he has good movement. He's explosive. He got real good punching power. You know what I'm saying? He got great overall boxing skills. And he got some athleticism, too. He get on them toes. You know what I'm saying? And it'd be hard to time him when he's punching off of the foot movement and shit like that. You know what I mean? So he definitely presents some things. And he's experienced. You know what I mean? He fought some top-level guys. He's been in some big fights. But stylistically, man, I think Earl runs him over. And I think he understood that. That's why he wasn't really in a rush to make that fight happen. He was in a real rush to fight Danny Garcia, though. He saw so many holes in Danny Garcia game. He was he didn't even care that Danny was really a 140-pounder at the time. You know what I mean? So it is what it is, bro. Keith Thurman, a mercenary. He don't want to fight the top dogs. And his arrogance has cost him a lot of opportunities. Yeah, Spence used to run up on his interviews and literally told him, man, you going to retire before you fight me. Like, pretty much say, like, you going to quit boxing before you even get in the ring with me. Pretty much calling him a pussy, for real, for real. That's how I took it. And, like, Keith Thurman was sitting there and, like, it was like an uncomfortable laugh, like a, yeah. Like, this is a fucking turkey, bro. J Cash talking crazy. Yeah, he definitely turned into a pizza box for sure. Just straight fold on the nigga. Yep. That's how that should be. But yeah, man, watching that Canelo media workout, I want to get into that. He didn't really give us nothing, man. He didn't really give us nothing. He didn't show us too much. Jermell didn't really show that much neither, but I feel like he gave us more of a in-depth glance at what was going on and how he was progressing as the camp went on. You know what I'm saying? But Canelo ain't give us shit. That man spent like a half hour stretching his neck, his ankles, his fucking shoulders, all types of shit, doing shit that his check mastermind comment. Let me see. Mastermind. Where the fuck he at? Devin Haney will retire undefeated. I don't know about that, my brother. There's some great fights out here that he could easily lose. So, based off of this comment, Mastermind, you think that he beats Gervonta Davis, Shakur Stevenson, you know what I mean? Them top guys, you think and then if he moves, as he continues to move up in weight, you think that he'll clear out just everybody he fights? Tank 619, Sean O'Malley, bro. I don't give a fuck about Sean O'Malley. It ain't no disrespect to you. It's disrespect to fucking Sean O'Malley. He need to stop clout chasing boxers, bro. Real shit. He need to stay in his lane and worry about the motherfuckers that's getting ready to take his belt. He about to rematch Cheeto Vera. That's what the fuck he need to worry about. He need to start worrying about boxers. If he want to get paid, tell him to get his fucking hustle up and start worrying about niggas who in a whole different martial art. You know what I'm saying? P.S. Like, get off they dick. You know what I'm saying? Straight like that. It's like ridiculous, bro. I don't even know why, as boxing fans, we paying attention to what MMA fighters saying about it. We got good fights going on this year. Bro, we shouldn't give a fuck about what a UFC dude talking about. Real shit. I'm hoping for a Jamel Charlo KO. That's gonna be an uphill battle because how do we know his power gonna translate to 168? How do we know his hand speed when he obviously looked like he slowed down in the media workout? How do we know his hand speed gonna be there? His foot speed slowed down. We seen it in the media workout. How? And this is just my opinion. At the end of the day, I probably see something else. I'm just telling you what I've noticed. You know what I'm saying? Because I watched Jamel pretty much his whole career. You know what I mean? He always had fast feet whenever he wanted to use it. He always had deceiving speed too. You know what I'm saying? Um, Seemed like it slowed down a tad, but that's very normal because as you gain weight, bro, especially at a weight you're not used to fighting at, you're gonna slow down a little bit, man. You know what I mean? Especially at them higher weights, you put on 14 pounds when you usually cut 14 pounds for a fight. You're gonna feel different, man. Your body not gonna react the same. You know what I mean? There's gonna be some deficiencies going on as you put on that much weight that quickly. You know what I mean? If you would have had more time to acclimate to the weight, you would have been in a better situation. But you know what I mean? This was his first time ever going for 168. He's never been there. You know what I mean? It's a lot less work that he got to do to cut. So he might not be in the best shape condition wise because he didn't have to train that hard to get that weight down. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, man. I'm rooting for Jamel, but there's a lot of shit going against him that I can't really ignore. I think Mastermind 96, that wave dude. Hold on, what Mastermind talking about? Tank doesn't fight elite competition, so I don't think he's a threat to Devin. Devin fighting the best. Who's the best? Lomachenko and Kambosos? I'm not trying to discredit the man. He did some great shit. You know what I'm saying? He took a lot of chances. He rolled the dice and it played in his favor. But like the best from what I understand at 135 is Shakur and Gervonta Davis and Devin Haney. And from what I understand, Devin Haney hasn't fought neither one of them. So how could you say he fought the best? You know what I mean? He had a whole different weight class right now about to fight Regis. You know what I mean? Is he the best? Is Regis the best? He one of the best at 140, but is he the best at 140? I don't think so. Let me know if you want him out of here, Mark. He sounds stupid. I'm gonna let it play out a little bit more and see what he's talking about. Reed said, "Nah, Mastermind good. How you know he good, Reed? You know him? I mean, it's cool. He entitled to his opinion, bro. It's all good. He not being disrespectful or nothing like that. I mean, if he feel like Tank doesn't fight elite competition, what's elite competition though, bro? What's elite competition? Loma's elite competition? What's his record at 130? What's his record in his last 4 fights? Ain't he like 2-2? Like, come on, man. Nigga, Mark got real weird since that real talk situation. I would do the same. Yeah, that was a crazy John, bro. Wait, you just changed your name to just straight notes? Hold on. You just changed your name to straight notes. Okay. I like it. Little nice little adjustment. You know what I mean? I see you, baby. If you want to be real, none of these elite guys have fought each other yet. Yeah, Shakur Stevenson was saying that. He was like, yo, bro, I know like a lot of people might disagree with me, but I feel like the 135-pound division has a lot of talent, but the weight class is overrated because nobody fighting each other. And I see exactly what he was talking about. You know what I mean? Like a lot of these dudes, they all claiming they the best, that they number one and all this shit. But how can you really say? I mean, Devin Haney has like the most legit case because he got all 4 belts. But even for them 4 belts, it didn't include the guys who are at the top of the division, the Shakur Stevensons and the Gervonta Davises. You know what I mean? And this, I don't think it's neither one of their faults. I don't think it's Devin fault. I don't think it's Shakur fault. I don't think it's Tank fault. I just think that how the way they business is set up, man, they not looking to they looking to be in the marination stage right now. Help build the fight up and have these guys keep winning so they can cash out at the end. That's what these higher ups want. You know what I mean? They want to make the most money possible, and they understand that why would they make a $4 million profit on this fight when later down the line they can make a $20 million profit in this fight? You know what I'm saying? So they willing to they willing to roll the dice and let time take its course to let these big fights so they could cash out on these big fights. You know what I mean? So yeah, he got a lot of shit to worry about in the UFC because from what I understand, a lot of them dudes is loving their O'Malley champion right now because they see a lot of holes in his game. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, that's pretty much what it is, dog. Like, it's a lot of crazy shit going on with boxing right now, man. I'm kind of just I really thought Canelo was gonna show us that he was approaching shit different in this camp. Oh, and what was interesting was how they was talking about. I was looking at all the things that Canelo was doing. He's approaching shit a little bit different now. You know what I'm saying? He seems like he's in that phase of his career where he's trying to work smarter, not harder. When he's done a lot of his media workouts and shit, we rarely ever seen this man ever take the time to really stretch like that. Like his strength and conditioning coach had him stretch every part of his body, his arms, shoulders, torso, legs, ankles, calves. You know what I'm saying? Like his calves, his ankles, everything, bro. Like he made sure he had a full body stretch. And then on top of that, he probably understands, like, yeah, like I don't want to do too much in this media workout because this could um to like prevent injuries. You know what I mean? Like, all right, I'm just gonna touch up, do this. You know what I'm saying? Then when the camera's not here, we gonna really focus on the real shit. You know what I'm saying? It seems like he's just taking things more cautiously. Canelo has had a lot of injuries in his career, his knees, his wrists, what have you. So maybe he's just approaching things more cautiously and taking care of his body so that he could, you know what I mean? He could get the best out of these next few years that he's fighting because he's talking about he hanging the gloves up soon. You know what I'm saying? A lot of these dudes, yo, we about to come to an end of an era, man. Deontay Wilder said he got 3 years left. Canelo talking about he got what he said, like 4? He said he wanted to retire when he was like 36, 37 or some shit like that. So these guys on their way out, man. These guys starting to hang these gloves up. Crawford will be retiring soon from what we understand. And this is gonna be a huge opener for somebody to really take over and be that star in boxing. You know what I mean? Mazuma, you have to knock out Devin Haney to win. This is why I think he will never lose as a professional. So it's impossible. I mean, I personally disagree with that. I don't think that you have to knock out Devin Haney to win. I think guys like Shakur Stevenson will be able to outwit him, outsmart him, and outland him to a unanimous decision. That's me. You know what I mean? I think Devin Haney has the skills. I think Shakur Stevenson has the skill set and the ability to beat Devin Haney by decision. You know what I mean? And you saying that he has to get knocked out to win, why do you think it's impossible for him to get knocked out? When we got big-ass punchers in and around his weight class. Gervonta Davis is one of the biggest punchers pound for pound in the sport of boxing. There's also heavy hitters at 140. There's Regis Prograis. I doubt he'll knock out Devin Haney. I think Devin Haney will beat him. But there's huge punchers like Gary Antoine Russell, Subriel Matias. We got Teofimo Lopez. We actually seen this man get rocked against old, washed up, over the hill Jorge Linares. So you telling me he could get rocked by an older, over the hill fighter, but he can't get knocked out by these young, up and coming guys that's on the scene just like him? That don't seem too realistic, man. That don't seem too realistic at all. Yeah, Tank is very capable of knocking Haney out. Tank can knock out just about anybody that's around him. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, these new kids need to start marketing the fuck out of themselves in this sport. I need boxing to keep this good momentum going. And it's going to keep going, man. It's going to keep going, man. We're going to keep getting big fights. You know what I'm saying? It's like every few months there's a new big fight that could be made. You know what I'm saying? As these guys continue to fight each other, as the best continue to fight the best, Depending on the results of the best versus the best kind of fights, then another fighter come about that we get excited about. Then another fighter come up that we get excited about. It's a nonstop cycle. You know what I mean? So Al Heyman really been putting his foot on the gas and making huge fights happen, bro. So I think Al Heyman, he's gonna take the profits from these fights or however much that shit generates and continue making big fights. You know what I'm saying? The future great for boxing though. Corey Haney, T.O. Tank Boots, Abdullah Mason, Keyshawn. Yeah, and there's a lot of people you left out, but the future is bright for boxing, man. The future is definitely bright for boxing because we still got that special small dude, Ben Rodriguez, bro. That kid is incredible. Who else? We still got Xander Zayas, who could be a problem at 154 in the future. Like I said, that kid Omar Rosario, he seems like he's gonna be a problem at 140 as well. Very fundamentally sound, real nice and composed. He places his body shots real well. Accurate puncher, not the biggest puncher, but an accurate puncher. You know what I mean? Like Richardson Hitchens, like Note said, you know what I'm saying? There's some good. The future is definitely bright. You know what I'm saying? He said I might parlay with Canelo. You stay talking about gambling, bro. This dude really love gambling. Yeah, but Canelo, Spence, Fury, Wilder, AJ, all gonna be out of boxing within the next 5 to 7 years. That's facts. Definitely facts. I don't believe Tank will ever fight Devin. What's your thoughts? I think they'll fight. I don't think it'll be anytime soon, in all honesty. You know what I mean? I think that Shakur, I think Tank made it clear that he wants to beat these two guys and then right off into the sunset. It seemed like Tank, he's a guy that prioritizes money. I don't think he said it. He said I'm a prize fighter. You know what I'm saying? Like he's all about the money type shit. And then he's made it clear that he don't really give a fuck about belts. So I don't think it's really a legacy thing for him. I just think that he's trying to cash out to the best of his ability. And I think the best way he could really cash out is if he fight them guys, the Haneys and the Shakurs. For real. So I think the fight's definitely gonna happen. I don't see Devin Haney walking away from it. I see him making a sacrifice, coming in on the B side against Tank. And I see Tank seeing some flaws in Devin Haney that he could expose. You know what I mean? I think there's a lot of things that Devin Haney lacks that Gervonta could take advantage of. For one, power. You know what I mean? Like, if you don't got no power, it's real unlikely you're going to discourage Tank. And Tank going to continue coming forward, placing his shots. And there might be an opening he see against Devin that could make it a short fight. You know what I'm saying? Who knows? I'm pretty sure Loma rocked him too in the 11th round, but maybe I'm tripping. Nah, he was getting his head snapped back with several shots, so I see what you're talking about. I wish people like you who have boxing experience could be the ones judges the fights without being biased because their judges have no boxing experience. Yeah, bro, I've been an advocate of that for years, George. I spoke out against these guys who commentated because it's like, bro, why is Steven Jackson, somebody from the NBA, commentating boxing? Why the fuck is Booker T and Media Workouts interviewing boxers? What the fuck does he know about boxing, bro? The nigga was doing scissor kicks in the WWE and you over here giving him an opportunity to talk about boxing? I'm for a lot of these commentators being either former professional or amateur fighters, or even if like you were an outstanding coach, because there's a lot of outstanding coaches who never boxed before. You gotta have some type of boxing experience, whether you was a great coach, former fighter, pro or amateur. You know what I'm saying? And I think judges need to be former fighters too. That's how we give back to the guys who retired. You know what I'm saying? That's what I feel like fighters could do that they could be compensated for. You know what I'm saying? When they're retired, they could learn to be pro boxing referees. You can make them judges. You can make them shit. You can do a lot of things, man. You can make them judges. You can make them commentators. You can make them official referees, bro. There's a lot of shit that you could do, man, to pay these fighters back, but. I mean, a lot of people don't give a fuck about the retired fighter. Once you run out of your money, you just shit out of luck. I discovered your channel on Southpaw. I like your perspective. I appreciate that, Mastermind. Thank you. And I appreciate you bringing a different perspective to the table that challenges my thoughts. You know what I mean? Because there's some times where I feel like I'll be believing in a certain stance and then somebody come in the comments and says something. You know what I mean? They say something. And it's like, oh, that's actually a good point. And it might convince me to feel a different way about the subject. You know what I mean? So I actually don't mind when people disagree with me. It actually intrigues me when people disagree with me because it allows me to be more open-minded about shit and seeing exactly what people thinking, man. That's why I like going on here and chopping it up with you guys. For sure. I love good boxing talk, bro. Yeah, for sure, sub. Yo, Mastermind, if you like what you see, man, just like, comment, subscribe, man. Hit the bell notification so we can keep chopping it up. You know what I'm saying? I would appreciate you coming around more. You got a good perspective as well. And you entitled to your opinion as always, you know what I mean? Uh I don't really know what to say about that. Chris Webber, I'm assuming he's a basketball player. I don't know. Chris Webber, that timeout. Was Chris Webber the one who had that timeout in Michigan? That's probably the only reason how I would know him. Haney against Southpaw. His jab isn't as effective. He still lands, but he doesn't land it as often as he does against orthodox boxers. We can't keep that jab in Tank face. Tank gonna walk him down, yeah, because the discouraged Tank, you definitely gonna have to put something for him to keep him on the defensive end. And historically, based off of the southpaws that Devin Haney has faced, he usually abandons his jab. You know what I mean? Like like Ralph said, he'll land it, but it wouldn't be as frequently as when he'll fight a guy who's a right-handed fighter. You know what I'm saying? I seen Jojo Diaz, who really doesn't have a jab at all, outland Devin Haney in the jab department, which is like mind blowing to me because, in all honesty, I think Devin Haney has one of the best jabs in boxing. So to see him get out jabbed by a guy who's doesn't really have a jab in his arsenal, that was kind of eye opening to see. You know what I'm saying? He also wasn't able to get his jab going fluidly against Lomachenko as well, and that's why Loma was able to give you some angles and even land some strong left hands. You know what I'm saying? So he's definitely gonna need that jab against Tank because that's the only thing that's gonna really stop him from coming forward. And Devin's gonna have to pop that jab habitually because if he doesn't use his jab against Tank, that's like his jab is like his main. Is like his X factor. It's like his biggest weapon. If you're able to take that shit away from him, Devin Haney's gonna have a tough time getting his offense off. You know what I mean? So that's what I personally think. You see, they was ready to block me from my support of Haney. Southpaw blocked me for the Devin will retire and defeated comment. Bro, I mean, that's Southpaw. I can't really speak on that man and what he chooses to do. That's his channel. But over here, bro, how the way y'all move is you entitled to your opinion, bro. You entitled to your opinion. As long as you keeping it respectful and you not disrespecting none of my guys that's on here and we just talking boxing, then we cool. You know what I mean? Like, that's all that really mattered to me. As long as we having good conversation, we really speaking on some intelligent shit, we being real knowledgeable about the fields in which we speaking on, then we straight. You know what I'm saying? That's all that really mattered to me. You know what I mean? You good. You know what I mean? As long as you're not talking crazy, threatening nobody, you know what I'm saying? You ain't got no ill intentions, you cool. You know, this nigga talking about he really gonna tell me pause and he say shit like this. This nigga said I fuck with Haney. This nigga said I fuck with Haney hard. This nigga wildin', bro. That was fucking nuts. That was fucking nuts, Ree. This nigga said I fuck with Haney hard. That nigga put that shit in all caps too. Hard. This nigga tripping. Get Ree the fuck up out of here with that, bro. I'm about to put this nigga in a 30-second timeout for all that. This nigga was telling me pause and he say shit like that. Nigga, well, fuck me up. This nigga wrote hard in all caps. Like, he was really feeling that shit when he was typing that motherfucker. Nah, nigga. Nah, that training two niggas shit. And I said pause. You said that shit and just kept going. When I said train two niggas, I said pause off the rip. Ain't nobody beat me to the pause, nigga. And that's a pause too. Holy shit. But fuck. This nigga, nah, that shit don't take the cake. No, that motherfucker, I'll fuck with Haney hard. That's fucking insane, bro. That shit is like top tier pause. Like, that's a hey, yo, what the fuck? That's one of them Johns, bro. Like, you tripping. But we gonna transition from that motherfucker because we don't do that Caitlyn Jenner shit around here. Real shit. I don't really see no weakness in Tank. What would be your strategy to beat the young champion? I think that Tank would have trouble with a dude who's um sound defensively and have some type of good movement. In all honesty, bro, to really beat somebody like Tank, and this is a lot of his opponents. They obviously should have a great jab. You know what I'm saying? A great jab, great movement, and being defensively responsible. You know what I'm saying? um, Being able to catch and shoot to discourage Tank's offense. There's a lot of things, you know what I mean? But this is actually a great question. To beat Gervonta Davis, I would like to have a dude similar to Devin Haney. Not saying Devin Haney could beat Tank. That's not what I'm saying at all. But in terms of the length, the reach, the jab, the reach, the athleticism, you definitely going to need them three factors right there to have Tank at a disadvantage. But where I think Devin Haney lacks that could get him knocked out against Gervonta Davis is him not being responsible defensively. You know what I'm saying? I think his defense is his stick. You know what I'm saying? His reach, his athleticism. That's what I think keeps a lot of people away from hitting Devin Haney. Him understanding distance and his jab. So they're gonna need them three factors. They're gonna have to have some great movement. They're gonna have to have good feet, great movement. That's all the same thing. A great jab and an honest reach advantage. You know what I'm saying? A solid reach advantage. And when Tank lets them shots go, man, they either gotta be out of range or be able to correct in a defensive manner. You know what I'm saying? They gotta make the right moves defensively. They can't make any mistakes because if Tank lands a clean body shot or lands a clean shot upstairs, it could change the whole dynamic of the fight. So for real, you're gonna have to fight almost a perfect fight defensively. You know what I mean? You can't be discouraged with Gervonta's offense, and you gotta put on a great showcase of boxing, man. You're gonna need to do a little bit of everything. You're gonna have to be doing some catching and shooting. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna have to do a lot of setting traps and being on the back foot the majority of the fight, having a strong stick that'll discourage Gervonta from establishing his offense. I think that's what it really is, man. I think an outboxer is somebody who's an outboxer that has sound defense and has the courage to, you know what I mean, try to capitalize off counters with Tank. I think that'll be somebody who could give Tank a great fight, you know what I'm saying, or possibly beat him. Tank is different, bro. He's a special fighter, man. Mayweather seen that in him when he was real young, back when he was with AB. You know what I mean? But every fighter is beatable. I think every fighter is beatable. Yeah, and that's a problem, Jordan. That's the problem. You know what I mean? I also think his defense isn't that solid to not get hit by somebody like Gervonta Davis. Gervonta is fast, sharp offensively, elusive defensively. But I just think that he'll end up catching Devin Haney pulling straight back or coming in with a jab. I could really see Tank setting a trap and really lining up Devin Haney with a mean shot. You know what I'm saying? As frequently as Lomachenko landed on Devin Haney, I don't see why Gervonta wouldn't be able to. Yeah, beat Tank, don't commit and engage. Ryan biggest problem. Yeah, he went for broke, bro. He got too greedy and he paid the price for it. But yeah, you don't really punch with Gervonta Davis. You gotta put on a boxing showcase, man. Your feet and your jab gonna have to be major keys, bro. In your defense when you get caught up in a situation where Gervonta has you pinned against the ropes or whatever. You know what I mean? You got to be defensively responsible. You got to bring your hands back. You got to be able to roll underneath shots. You're going to have to take a half step back to get out of range. You're going to have to turn them. You're going to have to put on a full showcase of boxing, man, to get this W. You know what I mean? Tank do have flaws. It's just so minor that everyone would take notice. No, bro. He does not everybody. He's not a perfect fighter, bro. Let's not get carried away. You know what I'm saying? Tank is a great fighter. He's a special talent, but he makes mistakes just like everybody else. You know what I mean? Like Floyd made mistakes in the ring. You know what I mean? He will fall over. Floyd will fall over on his right hand a lot. You know what I'm saying? But he would get away with it because of his athleticism. You know what I mean? He was able to get away with a lot of those things. He would literally throw the right hand and then be in southpaw position. Like his back leg will completely fall over his front leg. He'd be looking like he's standing like a southpaw, and then he'll just reset. Or he'll get square, you know what I mean, and be out of position. Great question. You think Boots could be a prime Maidana? Yes, I do. I think that Maidana would have gave Boots a tough fight because of how aggressive and hard his punches were, and how unorthodox his punches were as well, especially his overhand, the one that he caught Broner with. But I think that Boots is a lot better than Adrian Broner was from a skill set perspective. I think he's a way bigger puncher. His hand speed, his athleticism. I think somebody like Maidana, he is dangerous because of his punching power and his come forward shit. He got a lot of dog in him. But I could really see that fight going similar to how um, similar to the Romain Villa fight with Jaron Ennis. I could see Jaron really having his way with somebody like Maidana. Pause. Damn, this pause shit crazy, bro. This shit crazy. But I can really see Boots really placing some great body shots. I can see him just putting on a beautiful display of boxing because Maidana did get hit a lot. You know what I'm saying? He was there to be hit. You know what I mean? I think Boots would have broke Maidana up. You know what I mean? Not an inexperienced Boots, but the Boots that we seen after this fight, I think he would have chopped Maidana up for real. Wilder and Tank are the best at waiting you out and landing that one-hitter quitter. The bomb always lands. Yeah, that's what it seems to be with both of them guys. And Jermell Charlo, too. Jermell Charlo loses a lot of rounds. He comes back and gets knockouts. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't really speak on that shit. But Wilder, he'll lose like 7 rounds just to hit you with the right hand because he understands that's all he needs. And I've seen Tank be down on cards and come back. You know what I mean? Shit like that. Do you think Tank could eventually compete at 147? If he does, that's his peak weight. But in all honesty, I think he'll be extremely undersized at 147, and he'll be going up against way bigger punchers who could absorb shots a lot better. So who's to say that his power will carry up to 147? We don't know. You know what I mean? But for sure, if he does fight at 147, that'd be like kind of inching it close. You know what I mean? I think like his peak weight, in all honesty, should be 140 because of his size. At 147, he may be able to get some things off, like his explosiveness, his power punches, his hand speed and shit like that. But I think he'll be undersized for a welterweight. Like matchup, Gervonta Davis against Earl Spence or Terrence Crawford. He'll be at a huge disadvantage, and them guys are natural welterweights. You know what I mean? I think Keith Thurman might even give Gervonta a problem at welterweight. You know what I mean? These guys are naturally bigger. They take punches better, and they punch harder. You know what I mean? I seen Gervonta get like stunned by Mario Barrios. They punching harder than Mario Barrios at welterweight. I'll tell you that. We just gotta see the biggest fights. I hope Tank can make it happen. I hope so too, man. That should definitely be exciting. He already had one exciting fight this year. You gotta keep that shit going. To beat Tank, you have to be patient, have good footwork, have good defense, and set traps. You also have to have decent pop to where he respects your power and make him hesitant to come forward. Yeah, exactly. That's a great analysis. But the difference between Tank and Wilder, Tank not only power, Duke could box his ass off. Yeah, of course. But what they do have in common is that they will lose a lot of rounds and then be able to neutralize it with their power. I've seen both of them go through that. You know what I mean? Yeah, Loma exposed some of Devin Haney's defensive flaws for sure. Yeah. But I've seen that way before the Loma fight. I knew he had defensive flaws. I seen him get hit with overhand lefts against JoJo Diaz, all types of shit. You know what I mean? So yeah, I seen that. I don't give a fuck about O'Malley, bro. Fuck him. You need to get off them perks. If you bigger than Tank, he will lunge at you with the left. Hit that against Barrios and Ryan. Yeah. Tito is the best welterweight I've seen in my 84 years. What the fuck you mean you 84 years? How old are you? What the fuck? In your 84 years? Ain't no way you 84 years old typing on a YouTube stream, bro. What the fuck you mean? You mean you're 24 years? Like, what is you talking about? 34? You can't be 84 years, bro. Vila was a less effective Maidana. Yeah, for sure. Maidana was more dangerous than him. You know what I mean? He had more tools and he had more dog in him, and he was more durable. Don't get it wrong, but you know what I mean? Stylistically, they were similar in how the way they approach things. They would come forward, take a couple punches to give out one type shit. You know what I mean? So I think that Boots would have seen that and really picked him apart. And to beat somebody like Boots, man, you got to be defensively responsible because as fast and as accurate as he is, bro, you don't want to get hit with too many shots from that man. I'm telling you. And I don't think Maidana ever faced anyone that fought like Jerron Ennis. You know what I'm saying? So that'd be a difficult fight for him. He gonna have to go through hell to even make it competitive against Jerron Ennis. That's what I think. I was gonna say that if you show Tank that you have no pop, he will rock through that shit and not respect your power, and he will score the KO. Yeah. The last thing Tank need to know is if you a pillow puncher or not. Because once he figured that out, once he figured out Leo Santa Cruz was a pillow puncher, bro, he fucking bulldozed him right after that, bro. Maidana or Mayorga, that was actually a great question. I think Maidana, man. I think Maidana was more durable. I think he would have got through them trenches a lot better than Mayorga. Like Mayorga will start out the grounds good, but he'll gas out in the later rounds and pretty much try to find a way out. So I think Maidana's grit and determination. That'd have been an action-packed fight, though. That should have been crazy to see. Probably would have been ugly how the way Mayorga be boxing, but I think Maidana would have beat him. Damn, niggas' monsters in the gutter tonight. Pause has been said about 27 times. Yeah. I don't know what's going on, bro. Shit been kind of wild. Tank pretty much undersized for any weight class past 140. That's all facts, sir. Why would Tank go all the way up to 147? He still has so much to. At 35, accolade-wise, he could spend the rest of his career there. Yeah, for real. I agree with you. Yeah, I saw Izzy very strictly. I seen Izzy get picked apart with a 1-2 and not make no adjustments. Fucking bum. Thank you, Mark. I know I'm not the only person that caught that BS. Yeah. Yeah, for sure. 84 years of watching boxing. Bro, so what you mean, though, 84 years of watching boxing? You watched 84 years worth of boxing? Like, what is you saying? It's kind of crazy. Tito, I got Tito as the greatest welterweight of all time. That's what I think. In terms of his accomplishments, his title defenses, his record in championship fights, and how long he reigned at welterweight as champion, bro. Unified champion. Top tier, bro. Top tier. Definitely top. In my opinion, he top 3 greatest welterweights ever. And you got to add Henry Armstrong. I think he got the longest title reign in welterweight history. Probably going to have to put Sugar Ray Robinson there. Tito Trinidad, bro. I'm telling you. Tito Trinidad. And his resume at 147 was top tier too. You know what I mean? So, I agree. That ish still don't add up. Yeah. What you watch? 84 years worth of boxing? I don't understand that. Yeah, if you got pillow fist, Tank just gonna eat them Jones when he get on the inside. Yeah, he ain't gonna respect none of that. Jermel used to actually box when he was on the come up. He used to be the opposite. Jermel was the boxer. Jermel was the puncher, and now it's kind of flipped. Yeah. When he was with Ronnie Shields, he was an outboxer, man. Watch when he fought Vanez Martirosyan and see how drastically different he became. You know what I'm saying? When he went over to Derrick James was heading more balanced and defensively responsible with the high guard and stepping off the line and just placing certain shots. You know what I mean? He just focused on the fundamentals a lot more and just being more balanced. You know what I mean? Shit like that. And finding different ways to defend themselves. You know what I mean? Jermel, yeah, he was the outboxer and then he became the puncher. He always had punching power, but he relied on his outboxing to really beat dudes. You know what I mean? Mastermind trolling by his age. I hope he not trolling, bro. I can't deal with no trolling right now. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Trinidad beat 3 gold medals. All right, who the 3 gold medalists? David Reed, Oscar De La Hoya, and who else? Let's see if y'all know y'all boxing. Who's the 3 gold medalists? I just gave you 2 of them. Who the last one? David Reed, Oscar De La Hoya, who's the third gold medalist that Tito beat. Let's see if y'all know this shit. Don't tell me, Mastermind. You already know. I think. Who's the third one? Come on, y'all. Come on, let's see if y'all know y'all boxing. Sweet Pea. Bro, I told you not to answer the shit, man. God damn it. Alright. Sound like y'all already knew any fucking way. Pernell. Yep. Sweet Pea. Yep. 3 gold medalists. You don't need to be an old head, bro. Tito fought in the 2000s, nigga. Let me find out you an in the moment ass fan and you don't be doing your homework. For you to understand the present, you gotta study the past, my brother. Come on, man. For you to understand the present, you gotta study the past. Stop it. Real shit. Do your homework, dog. Study these fighters from eras before, man. You might have a different outlook on boxing. It don't matter, bro. So what? I don't mean you can't. But guess what? YouTube got videos from YouTube, a time machine, man. YouTube, a time machine where you could travel, you could see shit that happened in the 70s, the 80s, the 90s. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no reason to not look back and do your research, man. All you gotta do is type sign out if you want to really get into it. Jay Cash, he said, I need to do a little bit more deep diving on the last generations of boxing, especially in the 15-round fight era. Yo, bro, watch Sugar Ray Leonard versus damn, what the fuck was his name? It was at light heavy, I think. Donnie Lalonde or some shit like that. Bro, I was watching that shit the other day, bro. Sugar Ray Leonard put this nigga in a body bag, bro. Oh my God. I watched Winky Wright versus Tito, then watched Hopkins versus Wright. Crazy how different of a fight each one was. Yeah, bro, that just lets you know that styles really make fights, bro. You know what I'm saying? But when I watch Winky Wright, I really hate watching the fights that Tito lost. But that Winky Wright one, man, Winky beat him with a jab in itself. And Tito was undersized, man. Like his peak was 147, 154, you know what I mean? Once he got to 160, like he did okay. But like you could tell that really wasn't his true weight class. It's like when he was at 160, he didn't have that same power. He didn't have that same, you know what I mean? The size really wasn't on his side. You know what I mean? Bernard Hopkins was noticeably bigger. And essentially bullied Tito, you know what I mean? He really didn't belong there. And Bernard really made a career out of beating up, blowing up welterweights. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. I almost said 4, but I forgot Roy didn't get gold. Yeah, he got I think he got silver. But he didn't beat Roy anyway. I say he beat 3 gold medalists, but he didn't beat Roy. He almost beat Roy. He won the first 6 rounds, but you know what I mean? YouTube got 4K footage of Wilt Chamberlain playing ball in the 60s. They really do. I watched every televised fight since Marciano versus Joe Louis. Are you fucking serious? Danny Lalonde. Yeah, Donnie Lalonde or some shit. Yeah, bro. That fucking fight. Yo, bro. Donnie, that was a tough ass fight, bro. But the way Sugar Ray Leonard adjusted, bro, and really went on to dominate, how the way he ended that shit brutally, bro. That shit was fucking crazy, bro. I love that fight. Carmen Basilio, yeah, I watched him. A great 15-round banger, bro. A lot of them I think of was scheduled 15-round fights, but they didn't last 15 rounds. Bro, who was it? I was watching Muhammad Ali versus Floyd Patterson, bro. Bro, Muhammad Ali did him so dirty, bro. Like, Floyd Patterson, one of the greatest of all time, bro. And Muhammad Ali just beat the dog shit out of him. Like, he beat the shit out of Floyd Patterson like he stole something, bro. Like, I think apparently they had some beef. I think Muhammad Ali was calling Floyd Patterson and Uncle Tom and shit because his name was Cassius Clay, and then once he transitioned over to Islam, um, he was with Malcolm X. So I think his first name was Muhammad X, and then once he started rocking out with Elijah Muhammad or whoever it was, I'm sorry if I'm getting my history messed up. Then they changed his name to Muhammad Ali. So when he was coming up as Muhammad Ali, a lot of people wasn't really digging it, and they were still calling him Cassius Clay, and that would piss Ali off. He was like, why you keep calling me that, bro? You know that's not my name no more. You gonna address me as Muhammad Ali? And it really wasn't. He was like, bro, I know you as Cassius, so that shit would piss him off, and he would take that real personal. You know what I mean? He didn't play about his religion, and he made people pay the price for that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Mastermind definitely old. How much time do you got on your hands to watch every fight from back then to now, bro? It's crazy. Where would you rank George Foreman in terms of heavyweights of all time? We was talking about that shit on H Money Nut Ass Show. But really looking over his accolades, man, the way that George Foreman was able to rejuvenate his career, I think it was like a fucking 10-year layoff after he lost to Muhammad Ali, bro, and became like one of the oldest champions in like boxing history. The way he was able to beat Moore, what's his name, Michael Moore. George Foreman, in my opinion, because when you looking over, like, the heavyweight division is so deep, pause, that it's like, what you really basing it off of? Because number one, you're going to have to put, I put Muhammad Ali number one. 3-time heavyweight world champion. That man had like, 10 title defenses. And beat some great fighters. He beat George Foreman. He beat Joe Frazier, Floyd Patterson, and the list goes on and on. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure if I look through BoxRec, I could point out plenty more. This is not coming off the top right now. Muhammad Ali number one. Then you gotta give it to Joe Louis. He had the longest longest title reign at heavyweight. Then you gotta go with Lennox Lewis, who was the Archie Moore versus Ron Duvall. First fight, 45 years old. Moore getting knocked down 3 times in round 1 to eventually beat a 29-year-old in the championship rounds. Bro, that's incredible, bro. That's incredible. You don't really see shit like that no more, man. These older dudes not fighting them young dogs like that. That's incredible. But yeah, Ree, stop talking shit, Ree. Hating ass nigga. Ree a hater on the low. But I got Lennox Lewis. Number 3. You could probably put George Foreman number 4. I had thought about putting Evander Holyfield there, but man, I don't know. It was something about them steroid allegations that really stuck with me. You could really make an argument for making George Foreman top 5, but I got Lennox Lewis above him. I got Lennox Lewis above George Foreman. For real. Wilder cracks my top 10. Nah, I don't think I wouldn't put Wilder in the top 10. Yeah, man. 23 views. Why they ain't 23 likes, man? I can't see the likes, but like that shit, man. Like, hit that thumbs up, man. Let's get this shit going. We on the road to 1K, man. I gotta get on Southpaw Show, keep promoting my brand and shit like that. But we almost there, man. We almost there. So I appreciate you guys. And I never would have thought, in all honesty, that I would have 20 people really watching me talk boxing right now. That's a lot of. When you really break it down, bro, that's like a whole classroom. You know what I'm saying? That's like a classroom full of people. So it's dope. You know what I mean? It's humbling to see people really care about what I'm talking about. People really engaging with me. 40 knockouts crack mine. I ain't gonna lie, but who was no 40 guys though? Like that's the problem. It's like it's hard to put guys like Wilder and Fury on his all-time great heavyweight list when they came up in an era that wasn't really competitive. You know what I'm saying? Like, how would have Wilder done back when Riddick Bowe was popping, when Lennox was popping, when Mike Tyson was around, when Larry Holmes was around? Like, when them eras was going on, how would have Wilder fared against them dudes? We won't know. You know what I mean? We could guess and speculate all day, but Wilder had 40 knockouts, but when you watch Wilder and his come up, he was knocking guys out in fucking like local club fights. You know what I mean? And everybody got to start somewhere. You know what I mean? It's not like I'm shitting on the man. I'm actually a huge Deontay Wilder fan. He was actually one of my favorite people. I look forward to seeing him more than just about anybody in boxing because I know what's gonna happen. But I know you spoke on it, but I hope AJ don't take 5-6 to fight Wilder. Man, they gonna take their time, man. They looking to age Wilder out to the best of their ability. You know what I mean? Once they see a real weakness in Wilder where he don't look the same or he seemed like he really lost some steps, then they're gonna try to take advantage. You know what I mean? Because AJ is slightly younger. You know what I mean? So it might be a point where Wilder hits a decline and he'll still be, you know what I mean, where it's enough to beat Wilder type shit. But they know stylistically it really don't play in their favor. You know what I mean? So they really taking their time, bro. They want to grab as many they want they want to touch as many dollars as they can because they know when they fight Wilder, it's gonna be like the ultimate cash out. That's what I think. He wrote word up. A lot of these YouTubers with hundreds of thousands of subs don't know ish about boxing. I actually agree with that, Scotty. I be listening to them sometimes. I'm like, bro, these dudes just be saying whatever, and the people just be like, yeah, you're right. And there's like no facts behind what they saying. You know what I'm saying? There's like a lot of like goofy shit. Really don't know what they talking about. I would love to have them on my platform. And I know they're not gonna fuck on my platform now because it's not that big yet. But you know what I mean, when I start to become undeniable and I really start stepping up this YouTube shit, I'm gonna definitely be grabbing people on here. We really gonna see if these dudes know boxing how they claim they do. You know what I mean? I'm gonna go on a fucking exposing spree. Yeah, I appreciate that, J Cash. Thank you, man. I really appreciate that, bro. I appreciate y'all encourage me and keep me going for real. Yeah, y'all got to Pete Marcel Cerdan versus Randy Turpin. That was a good banger. Marcel Cerdan was really a problem back in the day. Also, this fight with Jake LaMotta was fire too. Damn, Notes wildin'. 15-round distance had some of the best fights I've seen. Real test of dog. Did y'all see Marvin Hagler versus John Mugabe, bro? Oh my fucking god, bro. Yo, Marvin was like a fucking hitman, bro. He was like I don't even know how to explain that nigga, bro. He was like a unfuckwittable force of nature, bro. Like it was nothing you could do once that man got on the road. You can hit that man as hard as you can. He's gonna shake that shit off and hit you even harder, bro. Like he was really about to do some real fucking damage and he felt anything. Especially when he got cut, it was even worse. Joe Louis and Ali, the best heavyweights ever. Yeah. Yo, as a matter of fact, bro, I don't know how the fuck because I wrote a list down and I put Larry Holmes in my fucking list. I got Larry Holmes in my top 3, bro. As a matter of fact, I got that shit. Muhammad Ali, Joe Louis, Larry Holmes, Lennox Lewis, George Foreman. Let's do that. That's my top 5 right there. Yo, I'm so sorry that I forgot Larry Holmes, bro. That man has been one of my favorite heavyweights forever. I was watching his interviews on Vlad TV, bro. One of my favorite interviews I've seen in a long time, bro. Love Larry Holmes. He from out PA, just like me. That man said he love him. You know what I'm saying? He got a nice, big ass crib over there. He just be chilling over there, bro. Shout out to Larry Holmes, man. He got his paper together, bro. Underrated, bro, because of how the way I guess he did Ali. A lot of people shitted on him afterwards, but his resume was top tier, bro. Mastermind. So you've seen at least 3 hours of boxing matches 7 days a week for 13 years straight. I don't even know how the fuck you just broke that math down. That's kind of impressive. Just got on break. Did y'all talk about De Los Santos versus Stevenson fight apparently being projected for? Yeah. We spoke on that in the very beginning. They asked me my thoughts on that. I just think Shakur skill set is going to really be the difference. There's really levels, and I think that Shakur way above him. I think he's going to pick him apart. You know what I mean? I think he's going to play some beautiful shots. I think he's going to make De Los Santos look easy. That's what I personally think. They're going to wait until Wilder's right hand is slower and he doesn't have the same speed that he used to have when he throws it. Yeah, exactly. They're going to be looking for something. Or like when his legs look shot, he don't got no balance anymore, or he's really struggling with his balance, because if his balance ain't right, his right hand not gonna be as devastating. You know what I mean? So they probably gonna wait till his legs get shot. There's gonna be something, bro. November 16th, yeah. My son notes on time and now. Yeah. Yeah, Hagler weathered the storm early from a strong Mugabe and just broke him down methodically. Bro, that shit right there, dog. I was like, yo, Marvin was really different, bro. Have I tried that undisputed boxing game? No, I didn't even know it was out, bro. I just seen like so many like fucking like play. You know, like when people like live play the game and shit like that, I'm seeing how they coming out. I wasn't really impressed, man. They really need to step up these boxing games. But from what I heard, a lot of these fighters be fucking greedy and they be asking for too much money that's not within their budget to make happen, so they can't include them in the game. You know what I mean? But that's just how boxing is, bro. It is what it is, man. I ain't really tripping about it. I remember one of my favorite boxing games that I played was a game on GameCube called Knockout Kings 2003. Lennox Lewis is on the cover. Bro, they had everybody on that fucking game, bro. They had Floyd Mayweather. They had Felix Trinidad. I even think they had Lennox Lewis. They had Muhammad Ali. Bro, they had everybody, bro. And what was crazy was I didn't really know who Lennox was growing up, so I hated him. So I used to beat him up with Ali all the time. They had Oscar De La Hoya. Shit, bro. They had a whole bunch of people, bro. Bro, Knockout Kings 2003, bro, on GameCube was my favorite fucking boxing game. I used to love playing that shit, bro. Me and my dad used to play that shit on a regular. Fight Night Champions is definitely the GOAT, though. Don't get it wrong. Most of us in the UK don't claim AJ after that Usyk 2 post-fight speech. Someone should have took the mic from him. Yeah, bro. I spoke to a few people out in the UK. They told me they don't really fuck with Joshua like that, which is crazy because the way he be selling the fights out over there, you would think that a lot of people loved him. You know what I mean? But yeah, that was definitely erratic. That was like some crybaby sore loser type shit. It was kind of weird how he just broke down. Nigga had like a mental breakdown in the ring, throwing belts, all types of shit. Like, this is completely disrespectful, you know what I mean? Because Usyk was being extremely respectful the whole time. So it was like, did he really deserve that? UFC 5 is coming out in October, and they got Ali and Tyson. Yeah, bro, I'm not a fan of these UFC people fucking using boxers for profit. You know what I'm saying? Muhammad Ali did. And from what I understand, there's people that's not even the Ali family that own the rights to Muhammad Ali and they profiting off of it. I really don't fuck with that at all. So it is what it is, bro. I don't really like these UFC guys. They talk shit about boxing. They say how they better than boxing, but they always use boxing to promote their products or their fights and shit like that, promote their fighters. I'm not really with that shit at all. They had everybody on Knockout Kings except the greatest of all time, James Toney. You think James Toney the greatest of all time? He definitely one of them. He definitely one of them. He's one of my favorites ever. Felix Trinidad, Andre Ward, James Toney. Those my guys, bro. James Toney I loved his competitive nature, bro. The way he walked it like he talked it, bro. The way that he was able to go from middleweight to heavyweight and win world titles, bro. The way he chopped down, bro. The way James Toney chopped. I know that was an older Holyfield. I know it was. But nonetheless, that was still Holyfield, and James Toney was way smaller than him, bro. Way smaller than him. The way that James Toney was able to dissect Holyfield and really break him down and weather the storm, because there was several times where Holyfield would land a big-ass shot and really rock James Toney. He would just come back and he would stay composed and get right back to the boxing. Weather the storm, jump right back into it. Get right back into boxing. Like, James Toney was the fucking man, bro. Love watching him fight, bro. And he can make you miss standing right in front of you. He ain't had to go nowhere. He'll still beat the dog shit out you. Like, James Toney was a monster, bro. Love that fight. Hagler and Canelo. Bro, they don't know what they talking about, man. Canelo wouldn't have known what to do with Hagler. Hagler would have drowned Canelo for sure. Yeah, they said James Toney sparred every day. Every fucking day. He said he ain't like to hit the bags because the bags don't hit back, and he ain't never do no road work. So he sparred every day in preparation for his fights. But you see, unfortunately, that is cost him because of his speech and shit like that. He be trying to deny that he's not punch drunk and shit. But all you gotta do is watch James Toney when he was younger, and then watch him now, and that'll tell you everything you need to know. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Hagler will fucking melt Canelo, bro, on a fucking skillet, nigga, on high. Burn the whole crib down with that shit, bro. Like, you niggas, stop it, man. Hagler was too much of a dog. His intensity, bro. I'm gonna tell you what, Canelo don't like fighting guys that's high value. Marvin Hagler never got fucking tired, bro. Once he stepped on the gas, there was no brakes. It was all fucking gas. You know what I'm saying? When he fought Tommy Hearns, he rocked him. He knocked him out. But in them 3 rounds, bro, Tommy Hearns was exhausted. He was exhausted, bro. He could not keep up with that pace. And Canelo, he doesn't like to fight outside of his pace. He don't throw that many punches. He has stamina issues. And that's the last thing. The last thing you want to have against Marvin Hagler is stamina issues. You know what I'm saying? But these dudes, they don't really do their homework and understand the fighters that came before and how the way them older dudes was really different, man. These fighters in this generation are really good. You know what I mean? I think some of these guys could have even lasted in back in those days, but for real, bro, they just be caught up in the moment and they be like, oh, who the hell is Hagler? I'm just being ignorant. So like, oh, I got Canelo type shit. Or they'll know who Hagler is, but don't really know what he was capable of, so they'll pick Canelo because Canelo the popular topic. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna answer a few more questions. I'm gonna get up out of here. Top 5 all time: Floyd, number 1, 2, Ali, James Toney, 3, 4, Ricardo Lopez, 5, Roy Jones Jr. So you gonna discredit how the way Roy Jones ended his career? Because that played a part too. Ricardo Lopez, you got Ricardo Lopez over guys like fucking like Lennox Lewis and people like that. You got Ricardo Lopez over like Manny Pacquiao. You got Ricardo Lopez over guys like Manny Pacquiao. Hagler versus Duran is an underrated fight. 15 rounds at close to mid-range. Yeah, apparently they said Hagler had sparred Duran, and Duran was surprised with like how he was able to, you know what I'm saying, do his thing against Hagler, so they made the fight happen type shit. And it was a good fight, man. Roberto Duran was different. Like, even that, like, all honesty, bro, no disrespect to Ricardo Lopez, but based off of accomplishments and what Roberto Duran did, I would look at putting Roberto Duran higher up in the list than Ricardo Lopez. But you entitled to your list. That's your opinion. You know what I'm saying? But even when Floyd Mayweather did like an all-time great list, he put Roberto Duran on his list. You know what I'm saying? Bro, but 52-0-1, that shit, bro, we got to break down the 52-0-1, though. You just can't say that and then just be like, oh, because he's this record that he's better than Pacquiao. Look at what Pacquiao's accomplished, bro. Pacquiao got 8 weight classes and beat great fighters. He beat Eric Morales. I believe he beat Juan Manuel Marquez. Didn't he beat Marco Antonio Barrera? Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like, Yeah, you right. Roberto is better than Ricardo. No, bro. I mean, you entitled to your opinion, bro. If that's your list, that's your list. You know what I'm saying? Whatever fits your criteria, that's cool, bro. You entitled to your opinion. I'm not telling you you're wrong. I'm just giving you like I'm playing like devil's advocate. You know what I'm saying? You entitled to your list though. That shit all opinionated at the end of the day. But he said Ricardo Lopez not even the best of all time out of Mexico. I would put Sanchez and Zarate higher at least. Where do you got Jordan? Where do you got Juan Manuel Marquez on your all-time great Mexican fighters? I did too, Nathan. But you know what I mean. On the record books, Pacquiao did beat him. Yeah, Edwin Valero was a monster, bro. And for what I understand, De La Hoya had spoke on Edwin Valero not too long ago. He was talking about how like he was just about to reach like superstardom and he did some crazy shit. Yeah, Duran, yeah. Never got credit for his losses though. Yeah, okay. I see what you're talking about. Yeah, but Duran was different, bro. That motherfucker went from lightweight to like what, 168 and never been stopped? No, no, no bullshit. That's not him. That's Hector Camacho. He never been stopped. Um yeah. And they De La Hoya was talking about how Edwin Valero will fuck him up in sparring too. He said that like towards the end of his career, he said Valero will be punching on him. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I think he broke Morales' nose in sparring or some shit like that. Yeah, Edwin Valero was different, man. He was a monster. He was literally a monster, especially for what he did and how the way he went out. If Bud goes 3 times undisputed, does he crack top 10 of all time? Damn. We gotta start talking about him being an all-time great if he do that, bro. If he goes 3 times undisputed, bro, like that's some shit that we wasn't even imagining that long ago. You know what I'm saying? Like it was hard for us to grasp the concept of somebody being 2 time undisputed world champion in 2 different weight classes. If he do that shit 3 times, bro, that's incredible, bro. Now you gotta put him there because how the way he dominated 3 different weight classes throughout his career, where he grabbed every single belt and was solely the champion by himself in 3 different weight classes, bro. And competitive weight classes at that. Not like no well, 140 wasn't really all that, you know what I'm saying? But 47, one of the best divisions in boxing. 54, one of the hottest divisions in boxing. Don't get it fucked up. You know what I'm saying? So if he's able to do that, bro, that's incredible. This is a man who came from 135 pounds too. Shit, it's intriguing, bro. You got to mention him with the all-time greats after that. Now, where you put him, I don't know. Bro, I was actually speaking about Juan Manuel Marquez last week in the jump for me. I'll put him in the top 5 in Mexico in terms of a skill set, counter punching ability, underrated a lot. Yeah, bro, his fucking counter punching was A1. His accuracy too, bro. His accuracy was top notch, and what was slept on about him was how resilient he was, bro. Like, first of all, he wasn't no bitch. So it wasn't like he was gonna look for a way out. You know what I'm saying? Especially if he had a tough, frustrating fight like he did against Floyd. Continue fighting his fight the whole time, bro. He had good power too, bro. There was one fight, I forgot, bro. He did the Pitbull Diaz so dirty. If y'all want to see a world class ass whooping, bro, watch Juan Manuel Marquez. I think his name was it Pedro Diaz or David Diaz or some shit like that. I think they called him Pitbull. Pitbull Diaz, bro. I probably got the name fucked up, but his last name Diaz for sure. Bro, Marquez beat the living shit out of him, bro. Even later on in his career, that not Tim Bradley. Tim Bradley beat Marquez, but when Juan Manuel Marquez beat the shit out of Mike Alvarado, bro. And a lot of people thought Mike Alvarado was gonna win because of his crazy ass fights with Brandon Rios. Nah, bro, Marquez set his ass on his back pockets and all, bro. 18 of Valero's 27 KOs came in the first round. Impressive, even though those 18 dudes were unknown. David Reed, Ibeabuchi, living legends. I heard Ike still trying to rumble. As old as he is, he's still trying to rumble. But David Reed, man, David Reed did some historical shit in the amateurs, bro. What happened with him was he had an eye problem, so they was trying to like accelerate his career because they know he didn't have much time left on the clock. You know what I mean? Mark, who was some of the most accurate punchers you have ever seen? Um, Floyd. Floyd for sure. Mayweather was definitely accurate as hell. Um, bro, fucking Terrence Crawford, bro. That his accuracy against Earl Spence was like incredible, bro. That shit was like I forgot what the percentages was, but they was like otherworldly, bro. Landy Lara was extremely accurate. Rigondeaux. I don't know who's the greatest I've ever seen, but I'm naming some real accurate dudes right now. Floyd, Landy Lara, Rigondeaux. The ones that come to my mind. Yeah, man. Yeah, Sweet Pea. Ike vs. Tua was a great fight. Yeah, bro. Definitely. Juan Manuel Marquez is a true Mexican fighter for everyone. Canelo don't got that dog in him. Yeah, I think Canelo just be on diva status, bro. He be like, man, why do I gotta fight him? Why don't they fight each other? I'm like, bro, he be acting like a straight turkey sometimes, bro. Chris Bird has great accuracy. I haven't really seen much of Chris Bird. I ain't gonna lie to you. Definitely gotta watch him. I've seen some shit, you know what I'm saying, but I never really sat down and like studied him. But yeah. I hate that the competition didn't get better until Bud left 140 because if the competition was there, he would have beat Josh Taylor, Jose Ramirez, and Regis Prograis back then for those belts. Yeah, bro, it was just bad timing. You know what I'm saying? That would have been great fights to see, and that would have made his resume look a lot better. I ain't gonna lie to you. Like Josh Taylor, Jose Ramirez, and Regis sound a lot better than fucking Julius Ndongo, Victor Postal. You know what I'm saying? And like Derry John, dudes like that. You know what I'm saying? Sound a lot better than that. Hank Lundy. You know what I mean? So, yeah, man. I think he just came in at the wrong time, but it's not his fault. He still dominated the division at the end of the day, so that's what matters. Postal was good, bro. Postal was good. He had a lot of people shook after he stopped Lucas Matisse like that, but he was really known for like Danny Garcia didn't want any smoke with Victor Postal when he was at 140, and he paid Postal a lot of step aside money, man. Paid him a lot of step aside money to not fight him. That's what a lot of people forget about that situation. I think Postal was his mandatory at one point, but he ended up fighting Lucas Matisse on that Floyd Mayweather Canelo undercard, I believe. And in the process of doing so, he paid Victor Postal some step aside money. Yeah, I know. Postal has a win over Matisse before he fought Bud. Yeah, I know that. Yeah, he made Matisse quit. I've been hearing mad stories on Danny running from niggas. Yeah, bro. Yeah. When you really look at it, Danny did avoid some guys, man. Especially at welterweight. Danny ducked Postal to fight a washed up shot Malignaggi instead. No, that wasn't that time because he fought Malignaggi at 147. He fought him at 147. When he was ducking Postal, he was still at 40 when he fought Matisse. Danny Garcia has never been down professionally or amateur. I don't know about amateur, but definitely the pros, he never been dropped. That dude is always well balanced though. He has a great chin, so I see why. Has Canelo ever been dropped? I know he's been rocked like shit. Miguel Cotto brother had him on Queer Street, but like, has he ever been dropped? I can't even picture Canelo getting dropped, bro. On some real shit. Like seeing him on the canvas will like blow my mind. Postal got Matisse out of there too. Yeah. He made Matisse take a knee. He act like he ain't here to count and shit. No, he's never been dropped. Yeah, I figured that. As flat-footed as Canelo is, it'd be hard to see that motherfucker drop. It'd be like damn near impossible to see him fall. Danny would have been better with another trainer. Yeah, his pop don't know what he doing. His pop ain't no trainer for real. They ran off of the skills that he was taught from another trainer at Harrogate Gym. You know what I'm saying? Because the majority of the time, Danny was coming up in the amateurs. His dad was in jail for drug possession. You know what I mean? This is all public research. I ain't out here lying. You know what I'm saying? And then when he got out of jail, he took over Danny's career. But Angel Garcia never been in a boxing ring in his life, never coached a fighter in his life. You know what I'm saying? And there's a reason why he only trained Danny. If Angel's such a good trainer as he claims to be, why he don't got a stable of fighters? Why he just worried about his son? Your son only fight like once a year. Why you don't stay busy and train other guys? Like on some real shit, Angel Garcia don't even know how to hold the mitts. That's facts. Mikey Garcia was terrified of Bud. Yeah, I remember that shit, bro. And that's disappointing because Mikey Garcia one of my favorite fighters. But yeah, whenever Terrence Crawford name was brought up, especially when he was down in the 40s, Mikey would act like he wasn't too interested in that fight. You know what I mean? And Danny, you know how Danny do. He don't really like to talk about anybody. And you know what I'm saying? He was really more concerned about the money than anything. It would blow my mind to see, too, but Jamel could be the one. He could be. He could be. If Jamel lands that left hook flush, I wouldn't be surprised if he stuns Canelo badly. That'd be crazy to see, bro. I'd be mad happy if that shit happened. Slime got mad faith in Nello. Hey. And you got a lot of, don't you got a lot of faith in Jamel? Or is that somebody else? Danny doesn't have that hunger anymore. He's made millions of dollars, bro. It's hard. It's hard to maintain that hunger when you satisfied, man. When your belly full, it's hard to stay hungry, bro. It's almost impossible to be hungry when your stomach full. When your stomach full, you don't even want to look at food no more. Man, it is what it is. Yeah, I can't see it. That's why it's crazy to me that people are saying Charlo is gonna stop Canelo. Jamel was to drop Canelo, I would be wide-eyed and probably standing up saying, "Oh shit." Yeah, bro, I probably lose my mind. I see that shit. Danny built wealth for his whole fam, Autumn and alone, making money now. He honestly doesn't need boxing now. Yeah, bro, that's been like that for years though. But he's continued fighting. He was a millionaire for a long time, bro. Long time. Tank versus Tio will be the fight of the century, bro. I would love to see that fight. Like stylistically, I would love to see how focused Teofimo would be and how he would approach somebody like Tank. Will he be cautious? Will he still be having that fun like he did against Josh Taylor? How would he take that shit? And how would Tank be able to deal with Tio's athleticism and things of those nature? You know what I'm saying? How respectful is he going to be of Tio's power? You know what I'm saying? Is his defense going to be top notch? Is he going to be taking chances? Is he going to play it smart? How is he going to approach Teofimo? Because Teofimo is a problem. You know what I'm saying? I have Lara beating Danny. Lara's the most underappreciated fighter I've ever seen. Did y'all ever see Erislandy Lara fight Paul Williams, bro? They robbed him so bad, man. Yo, Erislandy Lara beat the dog shit out Paul Williams, and they fucking. That was after Paul Williams lost to Sergio Martinez, and bro, they robbed Lara so bad, man. That shit was sad to see, bro. That was like a clear cut ass whooping. Whew, that was a bad job. I have Laura B. I already seen that. Tank's chin is underrated as hell, in my opinion. I can't recall him ever being rocked at Jelly Leg. Well, I seen him get stunned against Mario Barrios, but in all honesty, Tank ain't never really faced a big puncher, so I really don't know where his chin is at. He's always been the big puncher. Yeah, man. I have Laura. Yeah, I seen that. TL Power got an explosiveness. Yeah, for sure. He got robbed against Canelo, too. Yeah, I agree. Peanut Live 215 took Danny 140-pound title after they sparred. Yeah, I remember that video. That shit was hilarious. Peanut Live was fucking hilarious in his day. If Jamel KO Nello, I want everyone to apologize to Jamel. I'll do the same if Nello win. Okay. Well, I don't know. I ain't apologizing for shit. It is what it is. But see what you're saying. Tank never faced crazy power yet. He never did. He always been the one with the power. But what happens when he goes up with somebody who poses the same asset? You know what I mean? That'll be intriguing to see. I guess Isaac Cruz got power. You know, he knocks shit out, but you know, it is what it is. Yo, that's true. Besides Ryan and Rolly special ed power. Yo, you funny as hell, shotgun. But yo, I'm gonna get up out of here, man. I officially hit the 2 hour mark. I wasn't even trying to stay too long because I'm exhausted in all honesty. But I appreciate having you guys on, man. Reed was in the building, talking that talk as always. Shotgun left. Slimeway Games, my boy Lorenzo, Nathan, who else? Mastermind 96. I appreciate you being in the building, man. I hope you continue to stick around and subscribe to the channel. Ralph, shout out to Ralph. You know what I mean? All my guys is on here. Notes, of course. You know what I mean? Slimeway Games. If I didn't mention you, I apologize. My guy Malik. Everybody who showed love, man. This motherfucker, bro. You see this shit? Fucking cat. Knock my motherfucking phone down. Bitch ass nigga. Did y'all see that shit? Motherfucker, bro. I got my shit hooked up to the charger. This nigga gonna swipe the charger down, knock my whole shit over. I should beat the dog shit out this nigga. I'm about to catch a Mike Vick case out this motherfucker, bro. Get the fuck out. Fat bitch. Little fat motherfucker always causing some goddamn fucking chaos in this motherfucker. I'm getting sick of this shit. That shit just woke me up, low key, bitch ass nigga. I'll put something in this nigga food tonight. Bitch ass nigga. Anyway. Yo, Simba be doing that shit, bro. Look at this little fat motherfucker. Look at this nigga. Look at this little fat bitch. Look at this nigga. This little nigga always causing some bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I'm gonna put something in this nigga water tonight. Well, he just stayed there till he don't even care. That's my boy though. He be on dickhead shit sometimes. It is what it is. Yeah, that was a mean ass left hook. That paw was vicious. Them skippity paps be real. But yeah. I'm gonna get up out of here, man. I appreciate you guys coming on as always, man. This is Mazuma TV. Shout out to Mazuma Nation. Shout out to the Mazuma Mob. I appreciate you guys, man. I'll be putting out the videos tomorrow. Like, comment, and subscribe to the channel, man. We on our road to 1K. I appreciate you guys coming on and conversing with the boy, man. I'm out of here, man. Peace.